last week during the DNC, I was able to talk to Democrats, strategists, and the overarching theme was that the whole event, it was high on momentum, high on vibes, and a little light on policy. But everyone was energized and the momentum was there. If we think about a month ago during the RNC, there was a similar sense of energized momentum. This is our race to lose. Do you think the Republican Party lost that energy at all because it was eclipsed by the switch up in the Democratic ticket? And if so, how do they get back on offense?
Well, I don't think it was a question of whether or not the Republicans lost momentum. It was just that for the first time in 2 years, the Democrats had some. They had some enthusiasm. So I don't know if you'll remember, you and I maybe have discussed this before, that the enthusiasm gap between Joe Biden and Donald Trump was enormous. I mean, it was 8 times more enthusiastic for Donald Trump than for Joe Biden. People just didn't want him on the ticket. So when he got off the ticket and he put a woman on, then there was like this there was a swing of enthusiasm where everybody was saying, okay, Joe Biden's gone and we have this woman and it's going to be great. And so they were juiced at the moment that they weren't going to have to hold their nose and support Joe Biden. But they hadn't given any thought to the fact that they had effectively coronated his running mate, his vice president, Kamala Harris. And if you'll remember back in 20, when was the last primary? When Kamala Harris ran against Joe Biden for the primary, this was when her campaign couldn't get up off the ground. Like her campaign, she had to drop out before a single vote was cast in the Iowa caucus. So this is a person who has never run a presidential campaign, that was thrust into this position by one person. The enthusiasm was there for her simply because it wasn't him.
Then what are you looking for then after this interview, after the debate, between now and November, when people are going to have tougher questions about policy, when that comes to the forefront?
Yes, and on the policy issues that they care about, because they care about issues like immigration. I mean, those were major indicators during the primary process of issues that voters care about. Immigration and crime. Crime comes along with immigration, as we've seen in numerous cases where we've seen illegal immigrants come across the border and commit these horrendous crimes. And then also these areas where Kamala Harris she's been very liberal on, and it's not where the American voters are, much less swing voters. She needs to be able to say with a straight face that she will support and empower police officers, which she hasn't done in the past. She needs to talk to suburban women about keeping our schools safe, when previously she's said that she wants to take police officers out of schools. She's got a lot of work to do in these policy areas where she has been farther to the left than I think any American realizes, and farther to the left than any swing voter would support.
Gail, I appreciate the conversation per usual. And as the race heats up even more in September and beyond, I hope you come back on and break it down with me. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, thank you, Brittany. It was great to see you.